At dawn, the plains of northeastern Wyoming lie still. No wind, no birds, just grass bending under its own weight. Then it appears, a vertical mass rising without warning from the earth, 800 feet of stone. No slope, no foothills, no gradual climb. The rock doesn't taper like a mountain. It doesn't sprawl like a hill. It rises straight up, clean, abrupt, final. The surface is ribbed with colossal stone columns, each one six-sided, some taller than cathedrals, stacked so precisely they resemble architecture, not geology. There's no rubble field at its base, no evidence of collapse, no matching rock formations nearby, as if the ground opened once, pushed this thing upward and sealed itself again. Geologists call it an igneous intrusion, a magma plug, molten rock that never erupted. But plugs leave scars, they leave flow patterns, they leave debris. This one stands alone. Early surveyors wrote that it looked placed. Native tribes refused to camp near it after dark. Modern climbers report instruments malfunctioning near its face, and no one, even now, agrees on how it truly formed. So before we name it, before we explain it, before we dismiss it, we have to ask one question. What kind of force leaves a monument like this behind and then vanishes Long before
without
maps
a trace?
gave it a name, people were already watching the tower. The Lakota called it Mato Tipila, Bear Lodge. They spoke of a time when the ground broke open, when children were chased across the plains by something enormous, when the earth itself lifted them skyward to save them. The vertical grooves, they said, were claw marks. Other tribes told similar stories, not copied, not shared, independent, each describing an impossible rise, a sudden ascent, a stone pillar that wasn't there before. When European settlers arrived, they renamed it Devil's Tower. Not because of scripture, but because it felt wrong, too symmetrical, too isolated, too deliberate. Explorers tried to measure it and failed. Their tools slipped, their compasses wandered. One 19th century journal describes the tower as a structure the land did not consent to. Across the world, ancient texts describe similar events. Columns of earth raised in a single moment, stone towers formed without hands, not temples, not tombs, markers. The Bible speaks of pillars rising as signs, not dwellings, moments when the natural order bends briefly, then resumes. No sermons, no gods on thrones, just intervention, a disruption. And here in the American plains stands a stone anomaly that matches those descriptions too closely to ignore. So were these stories metaphors or eyewitness accounts preserved as myth because language had no other container for the event?
Modern science tried to close the case. They sampled the rock, phonolite porphyry, volcanic in origin, but the dates don't align cleanly. The surrounding sediment shows erosion older than the tower itself, which means the land aged before the monument appeared. The columns are the real problem. Hexagonal fractures occur when lava cools evenly, slowly, uniformly. Yet here, the columns vary in width, in angle, in termination. Some twist, some bend. Cooling lava doesn't bend. Seismic scans show no volcanic crater beneath the tower, no collapsed chamber, no feeder dike of expected scale. It's as if the magma arrived fully formed. Ancient texts describe stone drawn upward like a rod. Modern physics calls that directional extrusion under extreme pressure. The energy required would exceed known volcanic systems in the region. Then there's the magnetism, small, inconsistent, localized, enough to disrupt navigation, enough to raise questions. When engineers modeled the structure digitally, they noticed something unsettling. The tower's mass distribution suggests stabilization, as if it was meant to stand, not erupt, not spill. Stand. So if it isn't a volcano, and it isn't erosion, and it isn't chance, what mechanism, natural or otherwise, creates a stone column, plants it in open plains, and leaves no signature behind?
Today, tourists circle its base with cameras. Climbers scale its sides. Drones hum around its crown. But no one goes inside. There is no inside, just stone, just silence. Devil's Tower doesn't dominate the landscape. It interrupts it, a question mark made of rock. Science hasn't closed the file. History hasn't explained it away, and ancient stories refuse to fade. Maybe it's a geological fluke, a one-in-a-billion accident, or maybe it's evidence of a moment when the rules changed briefly, when something acted on the earth with purpose, not randomness. Not to build a city, not to house a god, but to leave a marker. So the real mystery isn't how Devil's Tower was formed. It's why something went to such effort to make sure it would never be forgotten, and what we were meant to remember when we finally noticed.